the game.
Yes, sir. And this is our first interview on the Forever Young podcast. We got our boy Will, one of our supporters, our boys, one of our fans, all of that. One of us is going to hold it down, as you see, on the table, just in case. We might need to... Nah, but all... You feel me? But nah, all bullshit aside, man. Shout out to Will. Will, thank you for being on the podcast, being our first interviewee. I know that's probably not a word, but
I appreciate it. I appreciate the invite. When I saw what y'all was doing, I was like, hey, how can I get in on this? And you said, get on. Come on in. He said, here's when we're doing this. Let's go.
Let's do it. We set that time up and we got it in.
And here we are.
First off, Will, I want to ask, so what made you fuck with us in the beginning? We always wanted to know that, like, because I never knew you. You know what I mean?
You didn't know me. You know me through him.
And how did y'all know each other?
Me and Chulo was holding down Walgreens hard, boy. I think I was in photo by the time you came through, or was I still in up front?
No, you was in photo.
Okay, so yeah, I was over in photo and eventually ended up running that bitch. That was pretty cool, and you got cross-trained over there, didn't you?
Yeah,
that's what I thought. So, yeah, but no, I knew Chulo was a real one, so, yeah. You don't let people like that pass you by. You make sure you get to know them.
Indeed.
And then I met you randomly one day in the car in the gas station at GT.
That's right. I don't even remember that, but I'm pretty sure.
Y'all were on Facebook Live, and I was like, "What's up? Where y'all at?" And he said, "Yeah, we're over here."
Oh, you pulled over the blacks or something, or some type of something that you smoked out of back then, right? It was something. Yeah, I remember that.
I'm always on something.
Indeed. You feel me? But nah, I always wondered that. I'm like, damn, why Will fuck with us? Do you like hip hop rap? Like, cause that's how we started, was rapping. We used to do little Splash TV kind of podcasts back in the day before podcasts, where we would get on Facebook Live, Instagram Live, and Periscope, and just freestyle for the fans and talk shit or whatever. Yeah. So, were you a fan of hip hop, or are you just a fan of us, or both, or what was it?
Both. I mean, I'm definitely going to be supporting y'all. I mean, I wouldn't be sitting here if I didn't support y'all. If I didn't support y'all, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how it is with me. No, I love hip hop. I mean, I grew up with it, and I like a lot of different various artists. You know, the big ones, and then some smaller ones that, you know, just some online people. Like, I mean, can I shout out one person?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people will see his YouTube videos, but probably never actually go listen to his albums. Is Crank Lucas, and I like his albums are amazing, but you just never really see them get a lot of plays, you know, compared to what his YouTube career is. But his YouTube career is popping too. Like, it's great.
True, and I feel like those people, mainstream wise, they might not get the credit, but underground they have that core cult fan base to where they still get the same money and accolades as maybe mainstream, because at the end of the day, mainstream ain't doing nothing but taking loans out anyway. But that's a whole other conversation. Anyway, we're gonna get into cars and automotive. First off, because that's what I know him from first, before it was guns and, you know, being strapped up and all of that. You know what I mean? So let's get into cars, and let's talk about maybe some cars you own or cars you like, some favorite cars. I'm going to let you know one of my dream cars that I want to buy, and we'll go from there. And Chulo, you as well.
Well, what's your dream car?
Dodge Challenger, baby. I need it. I don't care if it's the Scat, Hellcat or not. I just want the Challenger.
You better get it. You better at least get a V8, or I'm gonna roast your
that
ass.
Is true. Look, no offense to the whites, but hey, the white. Every time I tell a white person that, they be like, "You better get the goddamn V8." That's like getting the Mustang. You don't want to get the V6, but you want to get a V6, but not the V8. Now what's going? You know. Hey, look, I get the V8.
Don't put it on all of us.
You feel me? So it's like Scat or the Hellcat. Shit, either one. You feel me? Either way, I don't give a damn. But that's my dream car. That's my. It ain't even no foreign. I don't give a damn about that. I just want that car. That's it. That's all I want. Keep it simple. I'm a regular nigga.
I feel you. I think you're required.
So, what about you?
Well, plot twist, I've owned 8 of my 10 dream cars. So, my number one dream car was a Mark IV Toyota Supra. I've owned 3 of them now. Great cars. I love the Evos from Mitsubishi.
Okay.
Specifically, personally, the Evo 8s, but the 9s are cool. The 10s are. They have a lot of great technology to make them great. It's just that I'm not a big fan of the body as much. But yeah, I mean, and then I never thought it would be a dream car, but after owning my stupid little Ford Focus outside and working on it the way that I have, I'm very happy with that.
Yeah.
And you know, that's how I've been rolling.
Chulo, what's your dream car?
My dream car, I'm gonna say an Audi. I've been wanting
Still the Audi?
Which one?
No, the Audi. Goddamn. This one is a good Audi. I'm trying to think. What's the name of it?
Well, like, is it going to be like an A series and are they A's?
Don't ask me. I don't
A
know nothing about
series,
cars.
S series.
Yeah,
Like there's like the S6, S8. I think is the S8's a really nice one, a good V8.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you want like the R8, like you know, rolling like Iron Man or something.
I think it was the R8.
Yeah,
Hey.
no, the R8 is the 2-door one. It's got the secondary colored blade that's in the back. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, the R8s they're pretty nice. They're not as fast as everybody thinks though. You sure you want to catch the heat for people like me? Rolling up on a supercar?
All racer that associate.
Oh, okay, alright.
Hey,
Just whipping it. Okay.
I want to race though. Fuck that. Let me race. I'll race your ass. I don't give a damn.
I can go ahead and tell you're going to lose.
In the Hellcat.
Yes.
In the Hellcat.
Yes.
Even against her.
That's a him.
Oh.
His name is Henry.
Henry.
And it is not for Henry Ford. It's actually Heinrich Himmler, because he out here killing people, man.
Damn.
No, my car is not anywhere close to stock. That thing is made to be me.
Damn.
So.
Well, yeah, I did hear her pull up.
Yes, I can guarantee you it will outrun a Hellcat. It did on the old engine, and this is a much better, newer engine.
Yeah.
It's gonna be even worse for them.
Well.
I'm hoping to look into demon territory.
Damn.
So that's the goal. You know, 2021 demon territory.
Demon
is what we're going
territory
for.
it is.
Upgrade.
Now, are you a Duke Blue Devil fan since you're throwing out Demon?
No.
Oh, okay. Hey, look, Will, I was just asking, you feel me? Like, hey, look, too long, I was trying to throw in a sub segment. Hey, I know you heard a gunshot. Everything is all cool. It's just across the street, you know.
We'll pop back if needed. We got this.
You feel me? Everything is cool. You did, no cap. So Automotive, what got you into cars though? Is this life or family?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up working with Dad on cars. God, I was a little kid growing up working on a 66 Fastback GT.
Damn.
Yeah, the good old school Mustangs. Then kind of got into the foreign market myself, Miatas and stuff like that, and just started really appreciating Japanese. And just always wanted more and more power. I just like going fast. It's fun.
Yeah.
I know that no matter what I do, I'm not always going to be the fastest one out. But if it makes me happy to get behind the wheel, just crank it up, and that puts a smile on my face, so I can turn around when I'm walking away to lock it, and I smile. I'm good. I found the right car. But no, I love making things better, and cars are one of those things that has a huge possibility to make better. And then then you get to experience them every day when you make it better.
True.
So it's just it's a passion. Broken fingernails off in cars.
Damn.
Bloody knuckles. Broke a finger once.
Really?
But I mean, I wouldn't trade it. All those experiences are lessons learned, and it's I can see somebody busted down on the side of the highway. If I feel like being a good Samaritan for the day, I'll go help them out real quick, get it knocked out, and save them from having to call a tow truck.
And you was doing that even back then in the cars and shit.
Yeah.
I remember you hooked me up with the speakers, goddamn. I remember that shit.
But yeah, ended up with an extra set of stuff I bought and just didn't decide to use, so I had you for that.
Yeah, you definitely looked out with that.
Yeah. Excuse me, guys. I'm rolling the blunt.
The Woody.
Rolling the backwood. As far as cars, and I'm gonna wrap it up. I just want to say this, and this is random as hell, but I'm so pissed off. My granddad had like a 1960 something Ford Mustang, light blue, Oh,
My
that
dad's
bitch was
my
nice.
dad's
He
was
sold
light blue.
it finally, and I wanted it because I just knew he was gonna give it to me. Cause like, but I never really verbalized like, hey, I want this. Can I?
Yeah.
But he was like, well, why you ain't never asked? I was like, well, hell, I ain't think you gonna sell it.
Nah, man.
Damn, that bitch was nice. I was thinking about fixing it up. Like, damn, that's one of my like that. And that's not a dream car, but it's just a car. Like, damn, that shit fire. Like,
Yeah. No, my dad's was light blue. I think it was called Brittany blue.
yeah.
And it was a beautiful kind of silvery blue color.
Yeah, that shit was nice.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna go ahead and get into the topic that y'all already waiting on. Y'all see the straps on the table. I know y'all, Will, can I pick one up, Will? I ain't gonna point it at the camera. I don't know what this is, but you know, we got straps on the table. You feel me? Like,
that one is actually a real one. I do for a reason. I have an airsoft.
We do have an airsoft for, you know, baby reasons. You feel me? It's kind of like when you was in elementary school and you got to do a project, but you get to eat the candy or the little merchandise after. This is what this is. You feel me? Now the AR, that's when you really in the field and you want to bust a nigga because you don't give a fuck. You gonna lay him down with one of these. You feel me? But anyway, we're gonna bag back and we're gonna get into the straps. Okay, so how did you get into guns, Will? Like, what in the hell?
I grew up with it, man.
Okay.
Dad was in the military, and when he got out, he was still. He was in the Marine Corps.
Marine Corps.
So,
solid.
Pops he's really big into guns, long distance shooting and stuff, and just growing up, I mean, I went hunting with him and stuff, and then by the time I think maybe about the time I was 9, I was starting to do competition.
Yeah.
You know, rifle and pistol competitions. And then
Boy Scout? Because I wanted to be a Boy Scout, but I never got there.
Was I a Boy Scout?
Yeah.
No.
No?
I didn't fuck with that.
Damn.
Dad was an Eagle Scout, but I didn't fuck with that.
Was Boy Scout lame? Like, because me being a nigga, I wanted to be out there as a Boy Scout. I was
other shit.
Yeah.
You should have just grown up in my house. You have to deal with it anyways. It don't matter.
True. But you
get put through the ringer anyways. But nah, man, I grew up around guns. You know, my dad made sure I had an understanding of them because, you know, unfortunately too many kids, you know, go snoop around their parents' bedroom or whatever, find a loaded gun, and hopefully an incident doesn't occur, but they are known to occur. So, you know, I was taught what a gun could actually do to something. So.
Indeed.
And I think over time, it just kind of really helps to shape my understanding of don't mess with a gun if you're not actually out using it.
Right.
You know, when I was younger, now I just mess with them all the time to do stuff with them.
Yeah.
But I mean, even still, I'm 29 now, and I still show the same respect for a gun that I was trained to show. You know, obviously don't do stuff like pointed at something you're not actually willing to destroy.
Yeah.
And that's not willing to shoot, willing to destroy.
Right.
Because you can destroy a lot with one little finger press. So,
yeah.
You know.
And y'all gotta understand, guns don't kill people. People do, motherfucker. So you need to understand that as well. Y'all playing with all these guns. Your stupid ass and the lack of knowledge that you have for this gun that you playing with, you done fucked around and killed somebody. It's a lot of motherfucking cases, especially in Anderson, South Carolina, where a gun accidentally go off in a video shoot, or you just fucking off with your homies and not somebody dead because you don't really know the practices and the right practices of gun safety. And we're gonna get into that later, but I just want to let y'all know it's cool. It ain't cool to have guns, but you know if you need one of these times. But at least y'all need to understand. And this is the whole purpose of this podcast and this episode is gun safety and learning how to work that motherfucking shit. If you gonna use that bitch, work it, nigga. When I was balling, nigga, I knew how to work that rock. I had that motherfucker on a swivel, nigga. I knew how to work it. You feel me? You gotta learn how to work that strap. You can't be out here in the field and some shit go down and you fumbling around. You feel me? Get caught lacking. You feel me? You can't be out here lacking. Fumbling around with the strap, trying to take it off safety because you want a gun with a safety because you scared because you don't know how to work one with no safety. We don't have time for that. If you got a gun with a safety, cool, but damn.
You a dead motherfucker with the safety.
Yeah. Even if you got one in the head, it still don't matter. Am I right or am I wrong, Will?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about guns.
My stuff is off a safe. If I'm carrying, my stuff's off a safe. I can tell you see me around town, guarantee I probably got one, if not two, And if I have to pull it out and use it, I'm using it. I'm getting in my car and I'm pulling out the chopper. And then if I got to go back in because somebody's robbing the place or whatever is going on that need to be handled, I'll go back in. I'm good with it.
See, he's dedicated. He's going back in. Fuck that. I get out. I ain't going back in. Fuck y'all, nigga.
If I got somebody in there, if something goes down, I'm rolling in and I'm making sure it's gonna be handled right.
See, Will.
Ain't no coming
Hey,
back.
Will gonna come through that bitch with a cape on and everything, nigga. I ain't lying, Will.
Look, man,
Will, what the hell?
I'm not Superman. Don't
Right.
put a cape on
Look,
me.
I'm gonna just be glad I made it. Look, I'm thinking outline shit. Will done came through strapped up and everything. Fuck this.
He's gonna turn to a hitman.
Yeah, like what the Will? What the? Calm down, Will. What the fuck?
Well, there is one principle that people always need to understand. A pistol is great, but a pistol is used to get to your rifle or shotgun. Period.
Damn.
A pistol is to get to your rifle or shotgun. Your pistol, you lay down fire at the thing that you need to hit. Remember, your car door is concealment. It is not covered. Bullets will go through it. Do not expect it to do shit for you. You get to the trunk, get your rifle or shotgun, you handle business then.
Damn. I didn't know that.
Why do you think I keep one in the trunk of my car?
Wow. Now, is it hard to get your CWPs? What is it?
No, it's super easy.
Concealed weapons permit.
Yeah, concealed weapons permit here in South Carolina. Other states call it, CCW, concealed carry weapon.
Now, I wanted to ask for the people who may have felonies or DUIs or something. What about people with DUIs? Can they get
DUI is not considered a felony.
So you can't.
It is a misdemeanor.
You can get a license to carry.
Yes. And
wow.
luckily, with the recent law updates here in South Carolina, you can actually carry in bars now if you have a concealed weapon permit. You're not allowed to drink.
Really?
But if you're going into a bar with some of your friends or whatever, and if you're going to be a designated driver anyways, doing the safe
if you're the sober one, if you're the sober one,
you got your boys if things go down. Because
that is true.
But it's you sit down, they give you a lecture about stuff, teach you some things, gun safety, all that, and then you do a written test. If everything checks out, they take you out. You go do a shooting test to make sure that you can actually hit what you're shooting at. Because if you can't hit what you're shooting at, I don't want you to have a gun either.
Yeah. To be honest.
So
you ain't got but a whole bunch of gunpowder.
You pass that, they sign off on it. You get your paperwork for that. You send it to the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division. They with a check for, I think the first one's $125, and it's $50 every 4 years for renewal. But if you pass the background check, everything's copacetic and goes through just fine. You'll get yourself a nice little thing that kind of looks like your old school driver's license, where it had that red line up top. It's got a black line up there.
And you keep that on you at all times when you have it on you. When you have that thing, when you have the wham bam on you.
It stays on me all the time anyway.
Okay, so look, that's good information, Will. So for y'all motherfuckers at DUIs, you can get that. Now, felonies and felons, I don't know what you gotta do.
There are ways around that.
It's ways around it, but we ain't getting into that because I don't give a damn because I ain't got no felony. So it is what it is. Yeah. Not trying to shit on you because I dodged the felony for sure. But that's besides the point. That's for a whole nother life story and podcast. But hey, gun safety, and we're gonna get into that right now. So let's get into gun safety. What's some things that you feel like people do mannerism wise that they don't realize that is unsafe when handling a gun around other people?
What, like earlier?
Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
If it doesn't matter whether I clear a gun or not and say it is clear, you should still, in the event that somebody does actually hand you a gun, none of these have ammo in them, just for understanding, but you should always open it up and check the barrel, make sure there's nothing in it, but never wave it around, point it at anybody. If you're holding it, you point it down. You always want to check it, make sure it's clear, and keep it pointed down. Pointing it up really doesn't do that much good, but handle every weapon as if it is loaded, but always try and keep the hammer down regardless, especially if you're going to be carrying the thing. But, if you're not expecting it, especially like inside of your house to be I'm going to sit back down, sorry. If it's going to be in your house and you're not expecting to actually use it as a weapon for, for defense in any kind of situation, my recommendation is always going to be to just leave it disassembled, leave the slide somewhere else, completely, separate in different place from the gun. That way, I mean, if the kid finds, the frame's useless for anything. As long as you don't have the slide with it, it can't be used. So whenever my nephew comes over, or my niece, I break stuff down because, even though a lot of my stuff is in safes, I do have some that aren't, but I will completely separate the stuff so that, he can't get into anything.
Yeah, indeed, and that's good. That's good. Now, what gun is this that we are demonstrating with?
This here is a Beretta 92 FX Inox. Yeah, this is silver ones.
Yeah.
But they are a fantastic piece of Italian craftsmanship.
Okay.
The black ones now actually are made in the U.S.
Okay.
The silver Inox ones are still made in Italy.
Oh.
So that is why I have that one. And I love that gun so much that I actually also own an airsoft gun of the, essentially the same thing. This is the Beretta M9A3. I actually own this so that I can do familiarization training, pulling it out, get a proper sight picture for quick shooting. I use this at my house so I can just sit out in the backyard and shoot. This is actually getting an airsoft gun of a carry gun that you have, be it a Glock, a Smith & Wesson M&P, anything like that. If they make an airsoft version of it, you have a good means to properly train at your house, out in your backyard, heck, sometimes even in your house if you want to mess with that. So my father would, he has the actual version of this that I got him, and when I got this, he would play around with it, in the backyard to familiarize himself for going to competitions and stuff.
Okay.
So, but and then up in the front,
the big girl. Oh yeah.
See, you say it's big. It's actually a very small bullet.
What?
The 5.56 is just the higher power of the 223. I didn't bring any ammo with me just for the sake of safety. The 223 is not a very big round. It actually is just essentially a longer version of a 22 long rifle. Very small bullet, but it has a good bit of powder behind it. It doesn't actually penetrate through people.
Right.
It is a round kind of design that when it hits and it goes in, if it hits bone, it deflects down and then goes somewhere else in your body.
So you can get like a hollow point.
No, the hollow point takes a chunk of shit out when it goes out the back.
So that one's more like a bounce around like a fucking pinball type.
It will bounce around like a pinball inside of your body. You can get shot in the shoulder and it comes out through your ass. So
you get shot in that shoulder and it'll come out through your rectum, nigga. You might want to be careful who you fucking with. That's all he's saying. That's all he's saying. But I'm gonna let you continue.
The 5.56 is an awesome round. Everybody's so afraid of it. It does damage. It's a bullet. All bullets do damage. If you think otherwise, then you're an idiot. But you can train kids with a 223. You can give this to an 8-year-old. They're not going to get knocked down on their ass shooting it. Yeah, it's loud. It's got a lot of powder behind it, but it's actually an excellent weapon to familiarize yourself with. The AR-15s are one of the more popular rifles in America, and that's actually why when I brought this, I legitimately grabbed the the image of what somebody would think an AR-15 looks like. Sorry, I'm at a weird angle to do this for myself right now. But I brought kind of like what the average American is going to consider an AR-15 to look like. So this is it, but I mean, same rules apply. Don't point it at anything. These, same way like I said before when it comes to storing a firearm, you would pull your pivot pin in the back, pull this out, grab your charging handle, pull it out, and there's your bolt. Without the bolt, this gun is useless. You don't have to take out the charging handle. you can leave that nice and safely inside of your rifle. Sorry, this is a new charging handle. It is a little bit finicky sometimes, but without this piece of equipment in it, this gun is rendered completely and totally useless. So this is one of those things that I take all of my bolts out of.
Can I hold
my
it?
rifle.
Let me go.
There you go, sir.
But that's it. Hey, I ain't even gonna lie. Now, it's on some Call of Duty shit, because, you know, I'm on that
God, here we go.
Look, I'm one of them niggas, you feel me? Now, can you
use this
can you put a 3-round burst on this motherfucker? Like, can you do that for real? You can't do that on this particular weapon.
Technically, it is a felony if you do it. Don't do it, because you would be a very big idiot.
So you're saying you can, but if you do, it's legal complications.
We are getting into what you would call the third hole at that point. AR-15s have 2 holes on them. One is for the hammer pin assembly. The third hole actually would hold the automatic, the auto sear.
Okay.
For the, either the 3-round burst or fully automatic fire. If you were to drill a hole into that and not even use it, drilling that hole is, I think, a 25-year instant prison sentence. The ATF does not mess around. Don't do stupid stuff.
ATF for people because I don't know what ATF is.
The alcohol, tobacco, and firearms.
Oh shit!
They take all of the fun stuff and then they want to regulate it.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like it should be a really awesome convenience store. Unfortunately, it's not. It is a government entity that firearms. It sounds like the best convenience store of all time.
Yeah.
But they're all the time changing laws on stuff. Of this is legal one day and then it becomes illegal. And I'm gonna have to figure out a few things I got at the house that were legal a month ago that they're starting to kick people's doors in for.
Oh,
so.
Shit.
I need to.
Just by drilling the fucking hole.
Well, I mean, that's worse. This is my simple thing is just a stock.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy though.
Yeah.
What do they consider you, a terrorist or something? Why is it so Because I think because now you can have a gun overpowering what they have, and now it's like if you want to go on a mission, it ain't that deep. Really?
No, they don't want us to have fun.
That's fucked up, bro.
But no. I can go ahead and tell you on the commercial market, you're not really going to get anything. If they actually want to come at you with force, they'll bring a damn tank. You ain't doing nothing against that. So, I mean, if they actually want to come for you, it doesn't matter what you got.
True.
They're going to show up, and you're going to get your shit kicked in. Yeah. So,
that's just the
but when it comes to the wonderful people over at the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Group, don't fuck with them. Don't do anything that's bad. Don't take this rifle and decide you want a shorter barrel on it. That is a felony. That is 25 years. It is bad. And, you fall into what's called the SBR, or the short barrel rifle territory.
Damn.
And that is a concealment issue, and they will go after you.
So that's a whole nother ball game.
Yeah. There's a lot of, always make sure, you know your state laws, and know your federal laws when it comes to firearms, because there are a lot, and if you barely tip your toe into one of them, they'll still come get you for some dumb stuff.
Indeed. Hey, man, we want to appreciate Will for giving us some gun safety tips, some gun safety laws, and just ways to move, or not even finesse the system, but just some ways to maneuver and be aware and cautious of what you're doing with the gun, when you have a gun, whatever it is, just being safe. So I want to appreciate Will for that. I appreciate Will for those gun safety laws and gun safety tips. And Will, I appreciate you coming on the show.
Appreciate y'all having me.
Automotive and just things in your life.
Just kicking it.
Just kicking it.
This is a normal thing.
Instead of us kicking it on live, we was kicking it on the podcast for sure.
It became more official.
Yes, sir. Episode 1 done. We love y'all, and we're going to get back with y'all, and we out.